Hello and welcome. Are you struggling with English conversations? Perfect. Today we'll learn English the natural way, through real conversations you use every day. No boring grammar books, no endless word lists. Just practical English that works in real life. Let's begin your conversation journey. Have you ever been in this situation? You study English for months, maybe years. You know many words. You understand grammar rules. But when someone says, "How's it going?" you freeze. Your mind goes blank. You think, what should I say back? This happens to millions of English learners. But today, that changes. The problem isn't that you don't know English. The problem is, you learned English like a robot, not like a human. Humans learn through conversations. We learn by talking about coffee, weather, weekend plans, and daily life, not through textbooks. In this video, I'll show you how to master English conversations step by step, from saying hello to having deep discussions. So stick with me. The conversation tips at the end will surprise you. 1. Why conversation is everything. Let me tell you about Maria. She studied English for 8 years. She could write perfect essays. She knew complex grammar. But at her new job in London, she couldn't talk to her colleagues. During lunch, when people chatted, she sat quietly. She understood them but couldn't join in. She felt invisible. Does this sound familiar? Maria's problem wasn't vocabulary or grammar. It was conversation skills. She never learned how real people talk, how they start conversations, how they keep them going, how they end them naturally. She learned English like a computer program, not like a living language. Here's what most schools don't teach you. Real English conversations are full of incomplete sentences, short responses, and natural pauses. People say, well, and, you know. They interrupt each other. They change topics quickly. This is normal. This is real English. But textbooks show you perfect sentences. Good morning. How are you today? I am very well, thank you. And you? Real people don't talk like this. They say, morning, how's it going? Not bad, you. Much shorter, much more natural. I taught Maria a simple trick. Instead of studying grammar, we practiced one conversation every day. Just one. Coffee shop conversations on Monday. Small talk about weather on Tuesday. Asking for directions on Wednesday. After 1 month, Maria joined her first office conversation. After 3 months, her colleagues invited her to lunch every day. She said, I finally feel like myself in English. What changed? She learned that conversations have patterns. Once you know these patterns, you can talk about anything. It's like learning dance steps. First you learn the basic moves, then you can dance to any song. 2. The magic of small talk. Small talk is boring. That's what many students tell me. But here's the truth. Small talk is the key to every friendship, every business relationship, every romantic connection. Small talk is how strangers become friends. If you can't make small talk, you can't make connections. What is small talk? It's light, easy conversation about everyday topics. Weather, weekend plans, food, travel, hobbies. Nothing too deep or personal. It's like warming up before exercise. You warm up your conversation muscles. Let me teach you the small talk formula. It has 3 parts. Comment, question, share. For example, about weather. Comment. It's really cold today. Question. Are you used to this weather? Share. I'm from Brazil, so this is freezing for me. Now the other person can respond. They might share where they're from. Suddenly, you're having a real conversation. Let's practice with different topics. About food. This coffee smells amazing. Do you come here often? I just discovered this place yesterday. About weekend. Monday again. How was your weekend? Mine was so relaxing. About travel. I love your accent. Where are you from? I've always wanted to visit there. See the pattern? You make a friendly comment, ask an easy question, then share something about yourself. This gives the other person something to respond to. It's like throwing a ball. You throw, they catch, they throw back. Here's what many learners do wrong. They ask, "How are you?" The person says, "Fine, thanks." Then, silence. The conversation dies. Why? Because "how are you" is not really a question. It's just a greeting. Instead, try, "How's your day going?" Or, "What have you been up to?" These invite real answers. Practice small talk everywhere. In elevators, at bus stops, in coffee shops, at work. Start with one sentence. "Busy day, huh?" Or, "This line is moving slowly." Most people are friendly. They want to chat too. You're not bothering them. You're brightening their day. I had a student named Ahmed. He was terrified of small talk. He practiced with taxi drivers. Perfect situation, short ride, easy topics. Traffic is crazy today. Yeah, it's rush hour. Where's the best coffee around here? After 50 taxi rides, Ahmed became a small talk master. Now he makes friends everywhere he goes. 3. Conversation starters that actually work. What should I say first? This question keeps many learners silent. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect words. But perfect moments never come. Good news. You don't need perfect words. You just need brave words. Words that start conversations. Forget, "What's your name?" and "Where are you from?" These are interview questions, not conversation starters. Instead, use situation-based starters. Comment on what's happening around you. This place is packed. The music here is great. Have you tried the pizza here? Here are my top 10 conversation starters that work everywhere. At coffee shops, do you recommend anything here? At events, how do you know the host? At work, how long have you been with the company? At parties, great music, right? On public transport, do you know if this goes to downtown? At gyms, is this machine hard to use? At bookstores, have you read anything good lately? At parks, beautiful day for a walk. In elevators, going up or down. At airports, long flight ahead? Notice something? These are all easy to answer. They don't require personal information. They're about the shared situation you're both in. But what if someone doesn't want to talk? No problem. Some people are tired, busy, or shy. If they give short answers and don't ask questions back, that's okay. Be polite and give them space. Well, have a good day. There are millions of other people to talk to. What if you don't understand their answer? Don't panic. Say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "I didn't catch that." Most people are happy to repeat themselves. Don't pretend you understand when you don't. That leads to awkward moments later. Here's a powerful technique. The echo question. When someone tells you something, repeat it as a question. They say, "I'm from Chicago." You say, "Chicago? I've heard it's a beautiful city." They say, "I work in marketing." You say, "Marketing? That must be interesting." This shows you're listening and gives them a chance to say more. Remember, conversations are like tennis. You hit the ball, they hit it back. Keep the ball in play. Don't hit it too hard with complicated questions. Don't let it drop with one-word answers. Keep it moving. Keep it fun. 4. How to keep conversations going. Starting conversations is one skill. Keeping them alive is another. Many learners start well, then run out of things to say after 2 minutes. The conversation dies an awkward death. Everyone stares at their phones. But this doesn't have to happen. The secret is to be genuinely curious about people. Everyone has interesting stories. Your job is to find them. How? By asking follow-up questions. When someone says, "I work in teaching," don't just say, "Oh, nice." Say, "Teaching? What age group?" Or, "That must be rewarding. What's the best part?" Here are the magic words that keep conversations flowing. Tell me more about, what's that like? How did you get into that? What do you enjoy most about? That sounds interesting. These phrases show genuine interest. People love talking about themselves when someone truly listens. Let's practice with a real example. Someone says, "I just got back from Thailand." Bad response. Cool. Good response. Thailand. What took you there? They might say, "Just vacation." Follow up. What was the highlight? They say, "The food was incredible." You say, "I love Thai food." What was your favorite dish? See how one simple question led to a whole conversation thread? This is called branching. From one topic, you can branch into many directions. Travel, food, culture, future plans, recommendations. One conversation can last for hours if you branch skillfully, but don't interview people. Don't ask question after question like a reporter. Share something about yourself too. When they talk about travel, mention your travel experiences. When they talk about work, share something about your job. This creates balance. Both people contribute. Here's another technique. Emotional hooks. Pay attention to what makes people excited, sad, proud, or frustrated. These emotions make conversations memorable. If someone lights up talking about their dog, ask more about their dog. If they seem stressed about work, show empathy. That sounds challenging. What if you disagree with someone? Stay curious, not combative. Instead of, "That's wrong," try, "That's interesting. I see it differently. What made you think that way?" This keeps the conversation respectful and flowing. 5. Common conversation. Mistakes to avoid. Let me tell you about the conversation killers. These are mistakes that stop conversations cold. Once you know them, you can avoid them and become a much better conversationalist. Mistake number 1. Waiting for perfect English. You wait to speak until you can say something perfectly. But while you're thinking of the perfect sentence, the moment passes. The conversation moves on without you. Better to say something simple and imperfect than nothing at all. Mistake number 2. Talking only about yourself. You meet someone new and immediately tell them your life story, your job, your family, your problems, your dreams. This isn't conversation. It's a monologue. Remember, conversations are 50-50. You talk, they talk. You listen, they listen. Mistake number 3. Asking too many personal questions too quickly. What's your name? Where do you live? Are you married? How much money do you make? Slow down. Personal questions come later, after you build some comfort and trust. Mistake number 4. Being too negative. Complaining about weather, traffic, your boss, your life. Yes, sometimes people bond over shared complaints, but too much negativity makes people uncomfortable. Balance complaints with positive topics. Mistake number 5, not listening. You're so worried about what to say next that you don't hear what they're saying. Then you ask a question they just answered. Or you respond to something they said 5 minutes ago. Listen first, speak second. Mistake number 6, ending conversations abruptly. The conversation is going well, then suddenly you say, "Okay, bye," and walk away. People feel confused and rejected. Learn to end conversations gracefully. "Well, it was really nice talking to you. I should probably get going, but this was fun. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day." Mistake number 7, trying to be someone you're not. You think you need to be super funny, super interesting, super confident. But fake personalities are exhausting and obvious. Be yourself. Your real personality is more interesting than any fake one. 6. Mastering phone and video conversations. Phone and video conversations are different from face-to-face talks. You can't see body language clearly. There might be delays or technical problems. But with the right techniques, you can master these conversations too. For phone calls, speak a bit slower and clearer than usual. Without visual cues, people rely more on your voice. Use phrases like, "Can you hear me okay?" and "Am I speaking clearly enough?" to check understanding. Video calls have their own challenges. Look at the camera, not the screen when you're speaking. This makes eye contact with the other person. Have good lighting on your face. Sit somewhere quiet. Test your technology before important calls. For both phone and video, confirm important information. So, we're meeting at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, right? Let me repeat that address to make sure I have it correct. This prevents misunderstandings. 7. Building confidence in group conversations. Group conversations can feel scary. Everyone is talking fast. Topics change quickly. You want to join in but don't know when or how. Here's how to handle group conversations with confidence. First, listen before you speak. Every group has a rhythm. Some groups are loud and interrupt each other. Others are polite and take turns. Learn the group's style before jumping in. Look for natural entry points. When someone finishes a story, that's a good time to share a related experience. When the group asks a question, that's your chance to answer. When there's a natural pause, you can introduce a new topic. Use inclusive language. Instead of, "I think," try, "What do you all think about?" This invites others to share their opinions too. You're not just sharing your view, you're facilitating discussion. If you disagree with someone, do it gently. That's one way to look at it. I've had a different experience. This shows respect while sharing your perspective. 8. Your 30-day conversation challenge. Now it's time to put everything into practice. I'm giving you a 30-day conversation challenge. Every day you'll practice one conversation skill. By the end of 30 days, you'll be amazed at your progress. Week 1, Small Talk Basics. Day 1, Comment on weather to one person. Day 2, Ask about someone's weekend. Day 3, Compliment something, clothes, hair, smile. Day 4, Ask for a recommendation, restaurant, movie, book. Day 5, Share something about your day. Day 6, Practice in a coffee shop. Day 7, Review and reflect on the week. Week 2, Conversation starters. Day 8, Use a situation-based starter. Day 9, Try an echo question. Day 10, Practice follow-up questions. Day 11, Share a personal story. Day 12, Ask about someone's job or studies. Day 13, Practice at work or school. Day 14, Weekly review. Week 3, Keeping conversations going. Day 15-21, Practice branching conversations, emotional hooks, active listening, sharing personal experiences, asking open-ended questions, group conversation skills, and ending conversations gracefully. Week 4. Real-world practice. Days 22 to 28. Have longer conversations with strangers. Practice phone, video calls. Join group discussions. Attend social events. Practice at work. Help someone in English. And challenge yourself with difficult conversations. Day 29-30. Reflection and planning. What improved? What still needs work? Set goals for the next month. You now have everything you need to master English conversations. Remember, every native speaker was once a beginner. Every confident person was once nervous. Every great conversationalist started with simple, hello. The difference between people who improve and people who stay stuck is practice. You can watch 100 videos about swimming, but you'll never swim until you get in the water. Same with conversations. You'll never improve until you start talking. Start today. Start small. Say hello to one person. Ask one question. Share one thing about yourself. Then tomorrow, do it again. Every conversation makes you stronger, more confident, more fluent. Don't worry about making mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes too. Don't worry about your accent. Everyone has an accent. Don't worry about being perfect. Perfect conversations don't exist. Your goal is not to speak like a native speaker. Your goal is to communicate clearly, connect with people, and express yourself confidently. You can do this. I believe in you. Here's your first homework. Go to the comments section below. Write one thing you learned today and one conversation goal for this week. Let's start a conversation right here, right now. If this video helped you, please like it and subscribe for more practical English lessons. Share it with someone who needs conversation confidence. Together, we can help more people find their English voice. Thank you for learning with me today. Remember, every conversation is a chance to improve. Every mistake is a chance to learn. Every day is a chance to be more confident. See you in the next lesson. Until then, keep talking, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Your English conversation journey starts now. Goodbye.